The Scorpène-class is one of the leading competitors in the market of submarines with air-independent propulsion systems, or shortly AIP. Yet, none of its users have preferred the MISMA offered by France. And furthermore, no current operational boats have an AIP. As the weapon detective, we're now investigating the Scorpène-class and its intriguing and bizarre story. The Scorpène-class is among the best diesel-electric attack submarines available. It serves the navies of 4 nations. 3 of them, who were customers of the Type 209 class before, have chosen this boat rather than the Type 214 class. It is a striking success. This submarine, developed by France and Spain, was initially offered with the MISMA AIP. However, it is interesting that none of the Scorpène-class submarines have this system installed. Before analyzing, let's take a brief look at the history and features of this impressive boat. France developed the Augusta class as the successor of the Daphne class. Yet, like its predecessor, this new submarine had limitations in underwater maneuverability due to its outdated bow design. In the early 1980s, the French Navy also began to commission the Ruby-class nuclear attack submarines, which shared the same bow design as the Augusta class, which caused unexpectedly high noise levels besides limited underwater maneuverability. To solve these problems, the French Navy initiated the Amethyst silencing program, which included reshaping the hull and bow, using glass-reinforced plastic for the fin, sail, and bow, and mounting the machinery on flexible mountings. The result was successful, and the last 2 boats, Amethyst and Pearl, were built in the new design. Later, the previous 4 Ruby-class submarines were retrofitted to the same equipment and silencing standards. After this successful program, the French Navy requested a new diesel-electric attack submarine to replace its remaining Daphne-class boats. In response, the French DCNS company, which is today's Naval Group, began to work on the S-80 design. However, due to budget pressures of the Triomphant-class nuclear ballistic missile submarine development program, Paris terminated the S-80 project in favor of a slightly improved version of the Augusta class. Yet, DCNS decided to continue the development of the new diesel-electric attack submarine as a private venture. In those years, Spain was also seeking a replacement for its aging Daphne-class boats. So, the Spanish Bazin company, later Izar and today's Navantia, began the design works on a new submarine. In the late 1980s, DCNS and Izar decided to work together, which led to the creation of the Scorpène-class. The joint project was announced in 1990. Yet, the French Navy was not interested in commissioning new diesel-electric attack submarines, and the Scorpène-class could not meet the Spanish Navy's requirements. So, the project was switched to a plan exclusively for export. The Scorpène-class has 3 basic variants. The CM2000 is the conventional diesel-electric version. The AM2000 is the variant with the MISMA AIP, and the downsized version for coastal mission is called CA2000. Chile became the first customer by ordering 2 CM2000 variant Scorpène-class boats in 1998 to replace its Oberon-class submarines. The first vessel, O'Higgins, was laid down on November 18, 1999, launched on November 1, 2003, and commissioned on September 8, 2005. 4 years later, Malaysia ordered 2 CM2000 variant Scorpène-class boats. The first vessel, KD Tunku Abdul Rahman, was laid down on April 25, 2004, launched on October 23, 2007, and commissioned on January 27, 2009. The first Chilean and Malaysian submarines were built in France, while the second ones were built in Spain. In 2005, India chose the Scorpène-class and ordered 6 CM2000 variant submarines to supplement and eventually replace its Type 209 1500 and Kilo classes. The agreement included the technology transfer and construction of the boats by the local state-owned Machkon docks. However, the project experienced some critical delays and India could not begin building works until 2009. The first boat, INS Kalvari, was laid down on April 1, 2009, launched on April 6, 2015, and commissioned on December 14, 2017. The Indian Scorpène is known as Kalvari or P75 class. In 2003, India decided to acquire 3 additional boats with the locally developed DRDO PAFC fuel cell AIP. It is expected that the contract will be signed at the end of 2024. The previous 6 Indian submarines will also be equipped with the domestic AIP. The 4 Brazilian Scorpène boats ordered in 2009 are called SBR variant. They have different features from the CM 2000 version and are stretched to 70.62 meters to accommodate more batteries. It is nearly 300 tons heavier. The Brazilian agreement also included the technology transfer and construction of the submarines locally. The first boat, Riachuelo, was laid down on May 27, 2010, launched on December 14, 2018, and commissioned on September 1, 2022. The Brazilian Navy defined them as the Riachuelo class. The hull is made of HLES 80 high-strength steel, withstanding a pressure of 80 newtons per square millimeter. Thanks to its advanced design, it creates a significantly low noise level during high-speed underwater cruising. This feature increases the stealth and target detection capability. The machinery is placed on flexible mountings and outer surfaces are covered with soundproof materials to reduce noise further. The lower vertical stabilizer of the cross-shaped fins at the stern has a lower height than the upper one for ease of placement on the bottom. The diving fins are located on the fin sail. The hull interior is divided into 2 compartments with a rubber layer between them. The crew compartment is above, while the diesel engine and batteries are below. The control and living room are installed on an acoustically insulated and flexibly supported floating platform. Thanks to the SUPTIC command and control system, a 9-person crew is enough to keep the submarine functional in war conditions. The Scorpène-class also has space for 6 additional folding beds for the special operations crew. The submarine can carry up to 18 torpedoes and missiles. Chile and Malaysia use the Black Shark heavyweight torpedo. On the other hand, India and Brazil have preferred the SUT and F-21 respectively. All Scorpène-class boats can fire the Exocet SM-39 submarine-launched anti-ship missiles. Brazil is also working on the integration of the locally developed Mansub. Even though no users have preferred it yet, the submarine can fire the A3SM, the submarine-launched surface-to-air missile variant of the Mika. The Scorpène-class can also lay up to 30 sea mines. The submarine can spend up to 240 days a year at sea. The Malaysian and Indian boats have an overpressure chamber. The Scorpène-class can continuously be operated underwater for up to 4 days without snorkeling. Initially, the Scorpène-class was offered with the MISMA AIP. It takes its name from the initials of the Module d'énergie sous-marin autonome, meaning Autonomous Submarine Energy Module. This system is essentially a modified version of their nuclear propulsion system with heat generated by ethanol and oxygen. Their combustion generates steam, which powers a conventional turbine power plant. This pressure firing allows exhaust carbon dioxide to be expelled overboard at any depth without an exhaust compressor. The installation of the MISMA adds 8.3 meters to length and 305 tons to displacement. The AIP increases the diving operation time to more than 21 days without snorkeling. Yet, no customers of the Scorpène-class have preferred the MISMA. So, Naval Group is now working on a second-generation hydrogen fuel cell AIP modules and lithium-ion batteries for the submarine. The Brazilian stretched Riachuelo-class boats have more space for batteries and fuel to increase endurance. The Indian Kalvari-class submarines have a phosphoric acid fuel cells type AIP. This system uses liquid phosphoric acid as an electrolyte, which is highly concentrated or pure liquid phosphoric acid saturated in a silicon carbide matrix. At an operating range of 150 to 200 degrees Celsius, it converts the expelled water to steam for air and water heating. Brazil, Chile, India, Indonesia, and Malaysia are the operators of the Scorpène-class. The complement of the Scorpène-class is 31 people. The submarine has a length of 61.7 meters, a beam of 6.2 meters, and a draught of 5.8 meters. Its surface displacement is 1,650 tons, while its submerged displacement is 2,010 tons. The propulsion system consists of one 2,992 horsepower MTU 16V396 SE84 diesel engine and one 3,808 horsepower Jumeau Schneider electric motor. Its maximum surface speed is 12 knots, while its maximum submerged speed is 20 knots. The range of the Scorpène-class is 6,500 nautical miles, in other words, 12,000 kilometers. Its maximum safe operation depth is 350 meters. How could the Scorpène-class defeat the Type 214 class in countries that previously preferred the German Type 209 class? The problems experienced during the Greece Type 214 class sale naturally caused distrust in this submarine. The French used the gap until the German HTW company cleaned its name. Yet, it would be unfair to claim that this was the only reason for this success. The Scorpène-class is a highly advanced submarine and can carry more torpedoes and missiles than the Type 214 class. Besides, for Brazil, which plans to have a nuclear submarine, the collaboration with France was the most logical way. Why has no one preferred the MISMA AIP? It is not an accurate question. Pakistan has equipped its Augusta-class boats with this system. Only Scorpène-class users did not choose the MISMA. An AIP gives a diesel-electric attack submarine a significant advantage, but nothing is free. It brings a cost. A country that does not need the advantage of an AIP does not naturally have to pay for it. Chile and Malaysia use their Scorpène-class boats for coastal or near-water operations, not for ocean patrols. The Chilean and Malaysian fleet and air power would provide the necessary cover for their submarines in these areas against the anti-submarine warfare ships and aircraft of a possible enemy. A 4-day underwater endurance without snorkeling is enough for them. Brazil, which will commission a nuclear submarine, does not need a diesel-electric boat with an AIP. Besides, the Brazilian Navy does not conduct ocean patrols. India is developing its indigenous AIP, so it does not need the MISMA. The stealth is the most crucial capability of a submarine. An AIP naturally makes the boat more stealthy. Yet, after it attacks a ship, the enemy will know the existence of a submarine there. Afterwards, a 20-day underwater endurance without snorkeling would not be crucially better than a 4-day endurance. 4 days would be enough to hide or escape. Many navies are currently investing in new battery technology rather than an AIP. A submarine can now cruise underwater for longer days by using lithium-ion batteries. Even the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force has given up on building the AIP submarines in favor of the lithium-ion ones. The Scorpène-class boats offered to Indonesia have lithium-ion batteries instead of the MISMA. So, Chile, Malaysia, and Brazil, who did not want to pay more, preferred the Scorpène-class without the AIP. It was a cost advantage that the Type 214 could not offer. Let's talk about the Scorpène information leak scandal. In 2016, an Australian newspaper published documents containing all technical information about the submarine, including its noise levels and frequencies. The Australian courts naturally banned the publishing of the data after a while. The Indian Navy officially declared that the leaks were not a matter of much worry. It might be true, yet the Indian Navy would never say, "This is a disastrous leakage. Our submarines are now all compromised, and we decided to retire all Scorpènes anyway." According to Pakistani sources, a P-3C of the Pakistan Navy detected an INC Kalvari in 2019. Who can exactly know if it was the truth or propaganda? The Scorpène-class still keeps its title of being one of the best diesel-electric attack submarines available. The Philippines, Poland, and Romania are among the potential customers. We will probably keep hearing about the Scorpène-class in the future. Thanks for watching our video, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to be notified of our new videos. Also, you can now click the join button to support our channel. And as always, we would greatly appreciate all of your likes, comments, and shares.